Welcome to the Davidson Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Preseason Preview. I am Jack Benjamin and joined by Gayle Coats Fulks, now in her second season at the helm of the Davidson program. Coach, so good to have you here.
Thanks, Jack.
Let's get right to it. I mean, you have a group returning 6 of the top 7 scorers, 10 players back, 3 or 4 starters. How excited are you and this team to get going?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited. To have 6 of your 7 leading scorers back in year 2 is huge. You know, I thought in year 1 we built a really good foundation. You know, we implemented a new style. You know, it took each player a little bit longer, kind of depending upon who they were and what position they played, to kind of gain some confidence in it. But by the end of the year, I thought we were playing some really good basketball, and it's been a really good postseason into our preseason, and I'm really confident we're going to take another step forward this year.
One thing you do have this year, we talk about the 6 of the top 7 scorers coming back. Justine Lyon and Katie Turner, very dynamic backcourt is back as well. How excited are you and them to get going and expand upon what they did last year?
Yeah, really excited. You know, Justine was coming off of the most improved as a sophomore into her junior year, and you know, she got started out a little bit slow just with the new style, but then she hit her stride and was playing great basketball. And Justine had a little bit of an injury earlier on in Atlantic Conference play, and so it set her back a little bit. But this postseason, she has really just taken off, a lot more confidence, really understands what we're trying to do, and she looks great. So we're super happy to have her kind of back and ready to go. And then Katie Turner, you know, she was a freshman point guard. You know, someone that I didn't know a whole lot about when I first got the job here, and she just showed up day one, really ready to go, and kind of commanded a lot of attention, you know, from the team, and took the point guard spot and ran with it. She got better every single game, and you know, by the end of the year, she, I think, was one of the best, you know, point guards in our conference, and one of the best shooters in our league for sure.
So you have a terrific backcourt returning. One player you do lose in the front court, Mackenzie Latt, the 3rd leading scorer in school history. She led you guys in a bunch of categories, including rebounding, scoring last year. How do you fill her void, and what are some players you're looking to step up in the front court? Yeah,
you know, Mackenzie was a tremendous player for us, and not just one person's going to be able to fill everything that Mackenzie did. She was a great defender. She could score in a variety of ways, and you know, she made us better, you know, all the way around. So I am expecting Allie Welling and Sarah Donovan, though, to step up. Allie had 2 of her better games to end the year, rebounding-wise, and also she became a very capable scorer for us. And Sarah Donovan, she's a little bit of a different player than Mackenzie, a little more guard-like in her skill set. She shoots the 3. She's really been working on that quite a bit this offseason. You know, and she does a lot of things facing the basket. But between the 2 of them, I really expect them to help fill the rebounding void that we're losing with Mackenzie.
Let's dive into the non-conference slate now, and it's certainly a good one for you guys to get ready for A10 play. You've got 3 NCAA tournament teams from last year, all of which you played last year as well, and all 3 on the road, including an NC State team that made the 2nd round of the tournament. Talk about what that'll do for your team to prepare you for conference play.
Yeah, you know, all 3 teams will really prepare us well for the A10, as competitive of a conference as it is. But that NC State game, as the last game of our non-conference schedule, you know, it's going to be a big challenge for us, but I think we'll be much more prepared playing them later in our non-conference schedule than we did last year, where we played them the 2nd game of the year. So I'm really looking forward to that one and using it as a good measuring stick for us.
And then as far as conference play, this is an Atlantic 10 that continues to get better and better now. 7 teams making postseason berths. Of course, Dayton leading the way. And you've got a couple of road games against the top teams, Dayton, Duquesne, and George Washington, who won the tournament. What are you looking forward to about conference play this year?
Yeah, you know, night in, night out, you're going to play against a very well-prepared and well-coached team in the A10. And those 3 at the top of the league sure have set the standard pretty high for us. So playing them on the road, I know there'll be great atmospheres, and, you know, we're going to have to show up ready to go. But you know, hopefully by then, you know, we will kind of put the pieces together and be a challenging game for those guys.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to watching the team.
Thank you so much, Jack.
Certainly this season. When we come back, we'll talk with senior guard Justine Lyon. Welcome back to the Davidson A10 Women's Basketball Preseason Preview. We're joined now by senior guard Justine Lyon. Justine, thanks so much for joining us. Tell me about the team, the vibe going in first. Coach Fulks' 2nd season now at the helm. A really good year for you guys last year. How excited is this team to build upon what you guys did a year ago?
We're all super excited. I mean, you can feel that just in the practices and the workouts that we've had so far. Just looking at where we are this year compared to where we were last year this time, extreme amount of improvement, and we're all excited just about what we have, the potential that we have for this upcoming season.
For you personally, now going into your senior season, what are some goals you've set for yourself? You're coming off a terrific campaign, averaging almost 15 a game last year.
Right. I think my biggest goal this year, honestly, is not even kind of a personal number. I really wanted to get to that 1,000 last year, but this year I really just want to lead my team and really, help us to have a successful year. And obviously, me scoring is going to be a big part of that. If I can get to 1,500, that'd be awesome. I'm not going to say that that's not in the back of my mind. So.
Final question for you. How excited are you to get going with your backcourt mate and Katie Turner? You two in the three-point shooting, maybe even can become the Splash Sisters this year.
That would absolutely be awesome. I mean, all around, we've been a much better shooting team just from the workouts that we've had this far. But even myself have definitely continued to work on that three ball. And so I'm excited about what Katie and I will be able to do this year.
Justine, thanks so much.
No
when we
problem.
come back, we will talk to Katie Turner, sophomore guard on the Davidson team. Welcome back to the Davidson A10 Women's Basketball Season Preview. We're joined now by sophomore guard Katie Turner. Katie, great to have you here. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
What are you looking forward to most as the season nears, embarking now on your sophomore campaign?
Probably the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is playing with the new team that we have this year. Even though we only have 3 freshmen, I'm really excited for what they've brought to the table so far and what the returners have brought in this preseason, and I'm just really excited to see what we can do as a team this year.
As far as your freshman campaign, it was sensational, part of the all-rookie team, set the single season record for most three-pointers made. How were you able to adjust so smoothly to the college game?
I would have to say the help from my older teammates, because obviously being a freshman, we're at the bottom of the totem pole and don't know what to expect. But as the season progressed, help from the coaching staff, help from the older girls, the leadership that they have taught me, which hopefully now I can show to the new freshmen this year, they really helped me adjust to the college game, and it obviously got better as the year went on.
Final thing for you, what are the biggest areas of improvement for this team this year as you try to move up from a 7-9 finish last year in A10 play?
I think we need to become more consistent and be able to play in all 4 quarters, both on the offensive and defensive end. We'll have good run. Last year we had some good runs here and there on the offensive end and defensive end, but they weren't quite in sync like they should be. And so I think that if we really improve on that, this year we can be very, very good.
Thanks so much, Katie. That will do it for us for the Davidson Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Season Preview. Davidson opens their 2018-2019 campaign against Queen's University on November 7th. They open up the A10 slate on January 6th against George Mason. You can watch the action all season long on ESPN Plus and also via Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. And of course, follow the Atlantic 10 on Twitter, Atlantic 10 Basketball at A10WBB. That'll do it for us. Thanks so much for watching.